I'm making my door out of pine and only 1 inch thick because it's going to be used for my camper, so I want it lightweight. I'm starting off by cutting 2 stiles for the sides. These have to be the total height of the door. Next, I have to cut out 4 rails. The rails are going in between the 2 long stiles. I also need to cut out 2 long and 1 short middle stiles. Now, in case you're not keeping up so far, the stiles are the vertical pieces and the rails are horizontal. Now, to finish this off, I need to cut out 2 short panels and 4 long panels. All the panels are going in between the stiles and rails. These are all the raw parts we need, so the next step is going to be shaping everything, starting with the raised panels, which I'll be creating on the table saw using a tenoning jig. There's a really great video from Stumpy Nubs on YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet, about how to create raised panels. I think that's a good resource for a how-to. Here's how the panel looks when it's all done. Now I'm cleaning all the edges, just hand sanding. Really didn't trust a power sander here to not destroy the edge on the middle. Next I'm cutting out grooves in all of the rails and stiles. This can be a little tricky with raised panels. With flat panels it's pretty easy. You can just measure the panels slightly under so that they have enough room to move around in the slots in the door. But with raised panels, because they get wider as it moves towards the center of the panel, it can be a little tricky to make sure you have the right amount of the groove cut out. Here I'm just checking the width to make sure that it is in fact going to work for my door. After that, I cut out all the tenons on the rails and middle stiles. After that, I was ready for glue up. Now I did glue up the dumb way. I tried to do everything all at once. This made it really frustrating and kind of stressful to try to get everything aligned before the glue started setting up. So if I were you, I would focus on one section at a time, just getting the middle stile glued in place, and then putting in the panels and the rail crossing that, and then letting the glue sit up there, and then continue moving down the door. My joints weren't the cleanest thing in the world, so I used a sander just to go over them and make sure they looked a little tighter and no glue was left over on the wood. With the door assembled, I was all ready to finish. There was definitely not anything that I forgot to do, like, I don't know, trim down the top of the door. So I had to wait for the polyurethane to dry, then I could finally trim down the door and then actually finish this time.